Hi and welcome to another edition of Majid's Kitchen. Today's recipe, we make a very authentic and very popular street food dish. It is Thai basil chicken. Easy and convenient, quick food to make at home or when you're in a rush, and is very, very delicious. However, in this recipe, we keep it authentic, but only with the addition of long beans. So those have been cut to 1-inch pieces and have been blanched, and that is the addition to this dish. There is another popular dish that is made with green beans and similar ingredients. The only difference is the subtraction of oyster sauce. They use red curry paste, and we will try this recipe in the future videos. So for now, we are doing Thai basil chicken with green beans. Let's go through the ingredients rather quickly. There's not very much here to discuss. We have a pound of chicken. Now I'm using chicken breast. You could use boneless chicken thigh. This has been chopped by hand. Usually we'd use ground chicken, but I find that the store-bought ground chicken is too fine and it's more of a pasty consistency, of which chopping it yourself gives a very nice texture to the overall dish. So that's chicken breast that has been cut into really small bits, so it's not finely ground. And of course, beans that have been blanched and cut. 1.5 tablespoons of vegetable oil, garlic, and 3 bird's eye chilies. Bird's eye chilies, they're very, very hot. Some would put more, but I think for myself this is it's going to be quite hot enough for me. Basil, Thai basil, very important to this dish, of which we'll be pulling the leaves off the stems. A good tablespoon of oyster sauce and a spoon of regular soy sauce. To get things started, I'm going to chop the chilies and the garlic before we put it into the mortar and pestle. Now, you may be wondering why I do this step first. Well, it just makes the process of pounding it a lot faster. The smaller you chop it, the less time you'll spend working on this mortar and pestle. Okay, let's start by giving a rough chop to our chilies. Get that in here. So just a rough chop, and same thing with the garlic. You know, we can Okay, now that you've got that done, you can transfer it into our mortar and pestle. Okay, so with the basil, we're just gonna pull the leaves off from the stems. And we're going to add the basil at the very last point of the recipe. And we're going to turn off the heat and just fold it in. Fold it in, as we don't want to overcook the basil, as the flavor will be destroyed. So at this point we're going to use our mortar and pestle and incorporate all those, the chilies and garlic, get them together and make them happy. Okay. A little bit more. So after about a minute, it looks like this. It doesn't have to be too fine, but you want to get the flavors intermingling and it's nicely smashed. Okay, and now we can move over and get it cooked. And this is about a tablespoon of palm sugar. You can use white sugar or brown sugar, but I like to use palm sugar. Okay, time to cook. Let's go in with the oil. Now, I really love to use a gas stove and use my wok, but I'm unable to do that today. So I'm just going to use this nice pan. So before we add the chicken in, be sure to go with the aromatics. In this case, our garlic and our chili. And it's important to work quickly so that you don't burn the ingredients. Have enough oil in the pan. And I have my stove on medium-high heat. So give it a stir fry until you can start to smell those aromas as they're starting to cook. Okay, let's go in with the rest of the oil. Right. Medium high heat as I mentioned. Start to smell the chili and garlic coming through. It's going to get strong enough. Hopefully you won't start coughing. Okay, let's go in with the chicken. Keep that pan sizzling. Let's go in with the oyster sauce. Sorry, that's soy sauce. If it tends to get a little dry, you can always add in a little bit of water. With the oyster sauce. Now to this we'll add a little water. Get the rest of the oyster sauce out of there and keep stir frying over here. Going in with the palm sugar. I'm just going to hold back a little. You're going to taste as you go. That's an important step in oral cuisine. Keep tasting as you go. So at this point, I'm going to give it a taste, quick taste. Yes, that's delicious. Oh, I'm going in the rest of the palm sugar and a little bit of water there. So at this stage, we can turn off the heat, add our basil in, and I'm just going to toss it gently in. Finish it off with a little bit of lime. And now, folks, the results. Ta-da! It's really delicious, lightly spiced. You can taste a little bit of the lime, the chili, a little bit of saltiness, slight sweetness from the palm sugar. A real good balance of flavors. And this is what Thai cooking is about. Give this recipe a try. I'm sure you'll find it to be a very delicious meal. Thanks for joining me on Majid's Kitchen. See you soon. Consider subscribing. Let's not forget the egg. Fried Thai style in hot oil. It's almost like a deep fried egg. And now for the egg. Oh, you see that crispy egg? That's what we want. And with that, we complete today's recipe. Thanks for watching. Like it if you like it. Please consider subscribing.